I just made my 30th vlog last week. And for some reason, I feel like 30 is like a special number. I don't know why. Probably should be 25 or 50, but I didn't remember to do something like this on 25, and 30 just seems like a good number. Maybe it's because I am 30. No, hold on. I'm 31. I'm an old fuck. But anyways, I've learned a lot making 30 vlogs over the last 4 or 5 months. And so I'm gonna share some of the things that I've learned with you.
Like this.
Yeah. And that's my workout for the day. Hadouken! You see, the idea is just to get your heart rate up, work your muscles, stretch them, keep them active. I mean, if you do just that right there, you're gonna get like 80% of the results. It's like the Pareto principle says. You get 80% of the results from 20% of the work. Now, if you want to live in a gym, that's cool. Personally, I don't enjoy doing that. I don't enjoy doing 3 sets of yada yada. That's just too much for me. But the results show, right? Guys are a lot bigger than me, but that doesn't really matter to me, because what really matters to me is being fit and having mental performance. The body, mind, they share a very powerful connection. And when you work your body and your body feels great and strong, your mind feels great and strong. And what this transfers to is the rest of your life. Your relationships, your career, or whatever work that you do, how much money you make, how exciting your life is. People who have low energy don't have enough energy to put into their lives. Hence, they suffer the consequences. The reality is, there's a strong connection between pain and pleasure. In my life, I have found that the more pain I put myself through in a constructive way, the more pleasure I receive in life. And what's interesting is it's a constantly evolving thing. So you can work out your entire life, but once you stop working out, you immediately start going downhill. And the same is true for your mind. Once you stop working out your mind, it immediately starts going downhill. You get stressed easier. It's harder to do your work, or more painful to do your work. And the things that used to seem super, super easy are now super, super difficult, because your mind is no longer as strong as it used to be. That's why it's critical to work out your mind and your body just a little bit each day.
It's a process of continuing growth.
Homemade salads are my favorite. So I don't know if I mentioned it in the previous vlog, but I'm back in Long Island. I'm happy to be here because Long Island is so fucking boring. Well, I'm sure a lot of people just got pissed off, but in my opinion, with my limited knowledge of Long Island and the fact that it looks identical to where I'm from, Rochester, New York, which is basically just like suburbs. And here's the worst part. It's 35 miles away. Well, I live 35 miles away from the greatest city on the planet. Wild adventures in New York City. And that's where I'd rather be. That's where I'd much, much, much rather be. But I'm not. I'm in Long Island. With that being said, being in an incredibly boring place, isolated in this small little apartment, allows me to focus. And right now, I need to focus more than ever. Focus is saying no to 1,000 things. Since there are no things to do here, in my opinion, and I basically have no friends in Long Island, I'm joking Mandy, I'm joking Steph, I'm joking Ryan, it allows me to automatically discipline myself. So the only thing to really do is my work, which is great, Alright, so here's what I've learned after making 30 vlogs. That sounded stupid. So here's what I've learned after making 30 vlogs. Number 1, you naturally get better over time by doing, not thinking or planning. Your brain is designed to allow you to survive. And so the only way to really survive is to adapt and learn and grow. And so your mind automatically does that if you expose yourself to new experiences. The reason why people don't learn, grow, advance in life is because they get comfortable and they get into a routine of doing the same things over and over and over and over again, or not doing anything, not trying new things, not exposing themselves to things that they don't know how to do because of the fear of failure, because of fear of embarrassment, because they don't believe in themselves. Everything I just said, I experience on a daily basis. I experience fear, I experience fear of failure, rejection, looking stupid, all those things. I feel them, I experience them all the time. The only difference is I still get up and do what I gotta do. Number 2, vlogs aren't about creating a Hollywood blockbuster. They're about telling a story in a way... What the fuck did I say? It's about building a relationship with your audience in a way that doesn't bore the shit out of them. Now, even though I think that, you should make your vlog fun and interesting and share something of value, which could just be sharing how you feel about things and yada yada. The truth is, if you look out there in the world, there are... I'm sure that you could find an emo, right? Someone who's just constantly depressed and whining and complaining that everyone pays attention to. Think about the Kardashians, right? And I'm sure some of you watch it out there. I'm sorry that you do. But the Kardashians is, just complete drama. There's not really much going on except for a bunch of angle changes, angle change, dramatic music. But the point here is that it's about building a relationship with your audience, not creating this Hollywood blockbuster. It doesn't need to be perfect. Now this brings me to number 3. You don't need fancy equipment in order to share video with people, right? I mean, we're doing it constantly with our iPhones, sharing stories on Snapchat, sharing things on Facebook. You can create a vlog using just your iPhone. I will say, one little caveat, that my Canon 70D with incredible focus and this mic up here helps me a lot in tough situations. Like, for example, when I'm in New York City and there's thousands of people around everywhere and there's lots of noise, this directional mic helps me a lot, right? Or if I need to get a shot and I've got a zoom, right? I can do something like this, right? I can zoom in. But for the most part, or at least in the beginning, you can achieve everything you need with an iPhone. iPhones are incredible. Number 4, which I sort of mentioned in the last one, audio is really important. If you've got a lot of background noise, like if you are using an iPhone and you're in the middle of the mall, that can be really annoying for people if it's super loud in the background. People will deal with kind of shitty video, but they will not deal with shitty audio. Number 5, tell stories. You have a story to tell. You may not think you have a story to tell. You may think that your life is extremely boring, but I am positive that there is a little nugget of a story that you can tell each day or each week or each month. If you don't think you have any stories to tell, then your life is really boring and you need to get out. Oh, and I don't know if I said this, but people are obsessed with stories. The brain just sort of, because it's like a linear path, people can follow it. Even like the most mundane stories, like, oh, I'm taking the kids to soccer practice, and then you show yourself getting into a car, and then the kids are talking in the background, and then you get to the soccer field and you start talking to the soccer mom and something happens there, then someone scores, then you jump back in the caravan, right? There's a story to tell. People are just obsessed with stories. Number 6, people love people watching. And what better way to people watch than to watch a vlog, right? I mean, I'm exposing myself to Facebook land or YouTube land or whatever land, right? And so instead of people having to be like, to people watch, they can just watch a vlog. So the more you expose yourself, and I mean, people are gonna enjoy it. I will say this, there are gonna be people out there that think you're a total loser or don't like anything that you share, and that's okay. That's fine. There's lots of people that don't like what I share, that just glance at it and fucking scroll past it or whatever. But I don't pay attention to those people. I pay attention, or I focus on the people that do enjoy my vlog. This is a very rough estimate, but I mean, 50 people are gonna ignore or hate what you do, and 50% are gonna love and be like super attracted to what you do. And that's because this entire world is filled with many, 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 many different types of people. You are a type of person, and so your type of person is going to automatically, by default, appeal to a certain percentage of people out in the world. So just by being authentic and going out there and putting yourself out there, you will attract human beings into your life. Which brings me to number 7, which is, I think, I mean, these are all important, but this is really, really important. Be authentic. Be authentic. Be who you truly are. Be on the outside what you're thinking on the inside, because that's what people love. Even the dark shit, even sometimes the boring shit, or what you think is boring. When you're cringing and you don't want to share it with the world, that's what you need to share, because that's what no one else shares, right? People are going through the same shit as you. Why? Because we're all people. And as different as we think we are, the reality is we are way more similar than different. So when you open yourself up and you expose yourself to the world, people are attracted to that because no one does it. And that's it. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments. If you like this, like, comment, share, and bye.